The rain fell in 1,000 gentle threads, weaving Mumbai into a living tapestry of patience and possibility, a city reborn beneath the monsoon's hush. Beside a blue-tarped cycle cart, Seraphina Peachette stood radiant and resolute, her pink cerise a beacon of hope against the grey umbrella aloft as she offered a warm smile to the stranger on the sputtering scooter. "The storm may linger, but so do we," she called, her voice carrying like a songbird's in the mist. Not far away, Monsoon Lee, unbowed and grinning, leaned from the shelter of a rickshaw, nodding to passers-by with the easy assurance of one who has seen many seasons. Each drop is a reminder. Endurance grows in the downpour, not the drought, he mused, watching water pool in shimmering mirrors along the uneven road. Around them, the city pulsed with quiet courage, rickshaws splashing through puddles, hawker stalls braving the wet beneath leafy canopies, an apartment tower watching over all like a silent elder. In this moment, every act of kindness, a shared umbrella, a steadying word, a laugh that defied the weather, became a lantern against the gloom, proof that even in the rain's embrace, the real adventure waited not in escape, but in the hearts willing to greet the day together. Sunlight spilled gold upon the interior of the car as it glided through Mumbai's bustling arteries, weaving warmth into the afternoon's tapestry, every window a frame for the city's tireless hope. SlumG, his straw hat tilted like a banner of cheerful defiance, grinned at the camera resting across his shoulder, a silent promise to those watching that joy could be born even from ordinary miles. Beside him, Hezekiah Lightwarden's steady hands gripped the wheel, his eyes kind and far-seeing beneath silvered brows. "The world is wide, my friend, and every journey is a seed you plant in someone's heart," Hezekiah murmured, voice low and reassuring as the car rolled past washed pavements and emerald flashes of palm. In the digital chorus, Makonnen Disan's message chimed softly. "Show love 1,000, a lantern of faith flickering in the chat's river. Gratitude travels farther than any car," he wrote, and Seraphina Peachette's laughter soon fluttered in, bright as monsoon bird call. "Even the wettest roads lead us to sunlight, if we carry enough kindness." Outside, puddles shimmered with the sky's reflection, and children splashed along the verges, while inside the car, a chorus of voices, some near, some scattered across continents, wove a tapestry of belonging. In that radiant, moving vessel, SlumG realized anew. The road ahead was not a test of endurance, but a celebration of community, where each chat's encouragement, every gifted moment, was a brick in the bridge, spanning rain and worry. In this bright passage, Mumbai's noise softened to hope's hush, and every heart, on the road, behind a screen, or cradling a distant memory, was reminded. Together we make the journey bright. Beneath the blue tarp's humble shelter, laughter spilled like sunlight through monsoon clouds. SlumG sat at a battered plastic table, joy radiating from his smile as if to dare the rain to touch him. Around him, Mira Bhayandar's market shimmered with life. Crates stacked like unfinished dreams, a handcart resting from its morning's labor, and walls painted by time's gentle hand, their yellow peeling and proud in the afternoon warmth. Seraphina Peachette, luminous even in simplicity, slid 2 cups of sweet chai across the table, her voice a melody of encouragement. "Every new friend is another lantern in this storm, Vikas. You are not alone." SlumG's hands flew up in playful defense, laughter threading through his reply. "Even the swan boats here have minds of their own. How far do you think I can go, Monsoon?" From a nearby chair, Monsoon Lee's steady presence grounded the moment, his grin as wide as the horizon. Farther than you fear, friend. Hope is the boat. We are the oars. In this ordinary cafe, beneath a sky patched with clouds and promise, every shared word became a ripple, every smile a quiet breakthrough, the city's bustle receding until only belonging remained. Warm as chai, resilient as laughter, and bright as the spirit that refuses to fade, even when the world is washed in rain. Beneath the watchful green canopy and the gentle hush of monsoon air, SlumG stood at the heart of Meera Bhayandar's street symphony, his smile bright as the mango kulfi balanced on a pink spoon, an offering held aloft not just to the camera, but to all the unseen hands reaching through the rain. "Life tastes sweeter when it's shared," he declared, laughter rolling from him like sunlight over wet stone, as Seraphina Peachette's voice joined from the shadows of the stall, steady and kind. "Try the mango, Vikas. It's a little summer in your mouth, even on a cloudy day." Close by, Brother Nugel waved to the world with both arms, his joy so infectious. A man in a purple shirt, once a stranger, rose from his bench, drawn into the warmth of fellowship. "You're not alone, brother," Brother Nugel called, and the words settled in the sticky air, a reassurance as real as the ice cream cooling SlumG's hand. Overhead, the cries of vendors and the music of passing rickshaws wove a tapestry of resilience, and laughter spilled between friends and chat alike. Each encouragement from Silas Shadefoot or Monsoon Lee blooming on the screen like wildflowers on pavement. In this small, bustling market, surrounded by towers and the soft promise of drizzle, the day's journey found its center. A young man, a story shared, a moment shimmering with hope, reminding all who watch that even beneath heavy clouds, community is the lantern that never goes out. Rainwater still glimmered in SlumG's hair as he sank onto the old wooden bench, his smile undimmed, a beacon daring the dusk to challenge his joy. The blue walls of Fun Blast rose behind him, bold and bright against puddled tiles that mirrored the sky, while the gentle hum of the park's life braided with laughter and distant music. Seraphina Peachette, unwavering in her grace, appeared beside him with a dry towel and a twinkle in her gaze, her words unfolding like petals. "You braved the storm and brought sunshine with you, Vikas. Let resilience be your souvenir." An old man nearby watched with a knowing nod, the lines of his face etched by countless seasons, while Nulian Grace, quiet as the coming breeze, slipped a steaming cup of chai into SlumG's hands, her touch a silent hymn of solidarity. "Even the stray dog has found a place to rest," she murmured softly, and as the brown dog stretched in the warmth, SlumG's laughter joined the chorus, hope, fellowship, and courage blending into a single, unbroken note that rose above the chatter. If the world is a playground, then every storm is just another game to play, together. In that moment, the wet bench became a throne of possibility, and the monsoon's trials mere preludes to a joy that would not be washed away. Chains glistened with monsoon memory as SlumG perched upon the orange swing, his straw hat a small lighthouse in the fairground's sea of color, his heart tumbling between anticipation and awe. The ride lifted him skyward, and for a fleeting moment the world became a mosaic of whetstone and carnival hues, Mumbai's towers and palms whirling in a dance of possibility. Below, laughter spilled from tents where blue and orange tarps flapped like prayer flags, and the voices of friends, near and distant, wove a living net beneath him. "You can do it, Vikas!" called Seraphina Peachette, her encouragement as steady as the chains that held him aloft. Even the rain can't hold you back, added Monsoon Lee, grinning from the queue's shelter, his resilience carrying like a drumbeat through the misty air. As the swing creaked into its highest arc, a hush swept through the crowd, and digital chorus alike, wonder trembling in every breath. SlumG's laughter rose, bright and unguarded, a lifeline cast across the sky. In that suspended moment, fear melted into freedom, and the world, spun by courage and the light of unseen companions, became not a place to endure, but a festival of hope, where every brave ascent was met by 1,000 hands ready to steady, to celebrate, to lift each spirit higher. The amphitheater, still glistening from the monsoon's gentle hand, curved around SlumG like an embrace from the city itself, a cradle of memory, stone seats echoing with rain and the laughter of unseen generations. He sat, straw hat askew, a lone traveler, smiling into the hush between storms, his blue and orange strapped backpack pressed close like a talisman of every journey so far. "You look like you've just stepped out of some old hero's tale," teased Monsoon Lee, voice bright as a clean gust, as he bounded up the stairs 2 at a time, drops of water falling from his jacket and hope unfurling with every step. "This place, it's waiting for a story like us. Maybe today we write it together." From beneath the arches, Seraphina Peachette emerged, her laughter a thread of sunlight woven through the mist. She twirled her borrowed umbrella and called, "Only you could turn a quiet ruin into a festival, my friend." Around them, the chat's chorus flickered alive, a mosaic of tiny lanterns, encouragement from Brother Noogle, who declared, "Which ride did you just come off, brother? The drop one." And gentle reminders from Monsoon Lee, "Maybe a cool drink might help." Their messages shimmered on SlumG's screen, not as idle words, but as blessings, each one a reminder that even in the quietest places, every step forward unfurled a ribbon of courage. Every smile, every joke, every shared hope was another lantern lit along the path. In that sanctuary of whetstone and painted memory, where the old walls watched and the sky's gray softened to silver, SlumG's heart swelled, not with the triumph of spectacle, but with the quiet realization that the journey's true breakthrough is found not in the roar of crowds, but in the gentle chorus of friends who refuse to let hope slip away, even when the world is washed clean and waiting for its next song. The evening unfurled like a silk ribbon through Mira Bhayandar, car windows painting passing storefronts and banyan leaves onto the canvas of twilight. Inside, SlumG's laughter spilled into the golden air, a bell that rang with the promise of new beginnings. "You know, every journey is just a string of borrowed sunsets," he mused, grinning at the flicker of chat on his phone before turning to his companion Slim Shad, whose steady hands on the wheel belied a quiet courage. "And sometimes," Slim Shad replied with a smile, eyes fixed on the endless procession of headlights, "the best roads are the ones you share, especially when you don't know what waits around the next corner." Their camaraderie was echoed by the digital chorus, Brother Noogle's encouragement lighting up the chat. "Legend," while Vashan Evercatch's playful wisdom flowed in like a river after rain. "Bro, now you have a friend to do IRL with, never walk alone." In that beige cocoon of light and laughter, every teasing message and shared glance became a lantern strung along the winding road, even the smallest jest from Silas Shadefoot. "What's next, Maharaja Mac or a monsoon dance?" wove itself into the tapestry of belonging. As the car glided on, dusk deepening outside, SlumG's heart echoed with the day's lesson. That resilience is not the silence after the storm, but the song sung together in its midst. And as hope lingered in every smile and every word, he realized the city's true gift was not found in its streets or its skies, but in the fellowship that turns an ordinary ride into a breakthrough, one bright spirit at a time. Golden lamplight pooled around the wooden table like memory itself, gathering SlumG and Vashan Evercatch into its gentle embrace as the evening deepened beyond the restaurant's glass. Between them, the clutter of menus and half-emptied bottles became more than debris of a day's journey. They were totems of endurance, proof that every story, no matter how rain-soaked or ragged, finds its warmth at last. Vashan, eyes sparkling above the rim of his glass, raised it in playful salute, his laughter a ribbon cutting through the hush. To wandering hearts, brother, to every mile we never thought we'd manage, and every friend who carried us farther. SlumG, still grinning, tipped his straw hat and clinked his glass against Vashan's, the sound a small, triumphant bell. From across the table, Nulian Grace's silent smile shimmered in the soft glow, her encouragement a silent lantern, steady and sure. All around them, the voices of distant companions, Overkill Master's hopeful plea, New 11Y's wordless faith, the Raiders' chorus of cheers, wove through the bar like a festival of unseen fireflies. In that luminous pocket of the city, as jazz guitar lingered in a black and white mural and green leaves stretched overhead like blessings, SlumG felt the weight of the day dissolve. Here, in laughter and belonging, the journey's trials became lanterns, casting their light forward, each glowing with the promise that no road, however winding, need be walked alone. Bathed in the gentle gold of string lights, the restaurant became a sanctuary, a harbor carved against the restless sea of the Mumbai night. SlumG, his grin radiant and undaunted by the day's rain, lifted his glass as if to toast not only the friends beside him, but every unseen companion threading hope through the chat. Beside him, Nulian Grace, soft-spoken and steady, reached out with a quiet gesture, a folded napkin, a gentle nudge, small kindnesses that stitched belonging into the moment's fabric. Some evenings are meant for laughter, others for listening, she murmured, her eyes full of silent encouragement. Silas Shadefoot, ever the cheerful encourager, twirled a bottle cap with a flourish and chimed in, "We've weathered storms, friend. Even if words fail, let the clink of these bottles say, you don't walk alone." Around them, the fans hummed their soft lullaby, and the green plants overhead rustled with secrets, as if the whole world conspired to cradle their fellowship. In that pocket of warmth, where worries melted into amber light, and every gentle exchange was a lantern against the shadows, SlumG felt the journey's lesson settle in his bones, that against all odds, it is the quiet company at day's end, the shared courage in the face of exhaustion, that transforms even a simple meal into a song of unyielding spirit and hope.